everyone.
On.
Hello, hello. Guess what I forgot to do?
Fix the overlay.
Oh,
video.
absolutely. Definitely.
Woo, I'm at the end for once.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
It actually shouldn't take very long. But hello, we are here. We are live with Terra Nullius, episode 14, which is pretty exciting. We are smack dab at the beginning of season 2.
Guys, we can almost drive now. We're getting close.
Terra Nullius has hit puberty and is well on its way to driving.
It's very hormonal.
We just
So
started on proactive.
Is this going to be...
really cheesy love story
This is
stars?
I was
where
literally
we-
about to say that, yeah.
This is where we literally just rebel against the DM. the
Yep,
whole
yep.
time.
Oh.
Perfect. Everyone falls in love. Everyone rebels against their parents. Awesome. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Wait, what did you say?
I said mine was dead.
It's fair. It's fair. I guess I meant, what Alyssa said. The parents in this case would be me.
Oh.
But, so, yeah.
I mean, I guess technically I am also dead.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, so when we last left our heroes, they were fighting kobolds, at first for their lives, and then because they wanted to steal all their treasure, I guess. But
Not their treasure, just their home.
right, they wanted to colonize.
We wanted to
Right.
we wanted to secure the area.
Right. So they murdered a bunch of kobolds, is what happened.
Because we're the
Calvita-
good guys.
Calvita
Right.
just wanted blood.
Definitely. And you can definitely tell that by, two of you have neutral alignments. And no. Anyway, one of you is literally evil. And poor
Fine, it's fine.
Toity.
We have one good, 2 neutral, and 1 evil.
Uh-huh.
What am I? I mean, has my alignment changed by now?
I mean,
was
no,
re-
I think you were chaotic good, right?
I'm neutral good.
Mm. I'd say that's right. I'd say you're neutral good. I don't think that's changed. Like, you haven't done anything evil or even
Done
really
things
selfish.
I've not wanted to.
Right, but you haven't really done anything even selfish, honestly. Like, you've been rather altruistic, all things considered.
I mean, I'm here because of selfish reasons.
It's true. It's true.
I don't think not wanting to die is a selfish reason.
No, that's just self-preservation. Yeah.
Yeah, making fun of the king.
Yeah. I mean,
Sometimes
that maybe
die
pushes
doesn't-
you more towards chaotic good than any evil alignment, though.
Yeah.
So, but okay. So, I think what we get here is a little bit of a montage as we start the episode, and we see our heroes gathering all the treasure, going back to what's it called, to the base camp that you guys are setting up next to the coast here on the island. Let me drag you to that map, and just kind of recuperating from everything that's happened. So what I'll do here is I have some notes on the magic items that you got, and we'll I think we'll get a little short scene with everybody, with each person, and I'll kind of explain to them what their magic item is, and maybe give them a little bit of history about the item because you've spent some time attuning to them, and so on and so forth. So I think the first thing we see is Ari, and you're in your tent.
All this treasure.
And you're surrounded by treasure, right? you have a whole bunch of silver circlets, silver bracelets, or whatever those were. You had a bunch of silver, and then a bunch of gold pieces, and you're looking at a bag, a little bag of like a leather bag, I guess, like a little leather pouch, something like it kind of looks like this. So, and so I went through and I kind of Mesoamericanized all of these magic items. So instead of a cube of force, you have what I have dubbed the beans of force. So because
What's it called?
The beans of force.
the beans of force.
The beans of
The
force.
beans of force.
Don't eat them. Don't eat them.
No, you're not gonna eat them. You're never gonna eat them.
Lord of the
Great.
Beans. Is this like a Lord
No,
of the
so
Beans?
No, it's not. So what I did was I looked up like Aztec Mesoamerican dice. Turns out they don't have those. Like they don't have actual like bone dice or anything like that. They used beans. They used
Like Mancala.
yeah. They have there's a game called Patoli. It's like a little board game that the Aztecs used to play, and they would roll these little beans, and one side had like a little like white mark on it, and the other side was blank, and so you'd have like five of these, and you'd roll them, and it would give you a certain number based on how many were face up and how many were face down. And so what you have is you have a little leather pouch of 6 beans, 6 little beans. And you figured out that depending on how many beans you take out of the pouch and hold them in your hand, that's what activates whatever the cube of force ability that the different sides can do of what would be the cube of force. And so if you take all 6 beans out, then it deactivates whatever thing you had going. So just as a quick reminder, if you take out 1 bean, gases, wind, and fog can't pass through the barrier. If you take out 2 beans, non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. So you create like a magical barrier. Centered on you, moves with you, 15 feet on a side, lasts for 1 minute. If you take out 3 beans, living matter can't pass through the barrier. If you take out 4 beans, spell effects can't pass through the barrier. And if you take out 5, nothing can pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. You have, let's see, how many charges do you have on this thing?
Guys, I just typed in cone of on Google, and first thing popped up was the cone of shame.
So you start with
like the cone of shame.
Yeah, it's true. You start with 36 charges with these beans, and every time you take out, so if you take out 1 bean, it expends 1 charge. If you take out 5 beans, it expends 5 charges. So on and so forth. And then if you run out of charges, then you run out of ability.
Beans.
They're now just beans, yeah. But you regain 1d20 expended charges daily at dawn. So they will recharge themselves. But you have this little bag of beans that can create these magical barriers. And so you're kind of like probably like surrounded by your treasure in your tent, and you're kind of like maybe sifting the beans through your hand, right? Like just kind of like looking at them and inspecting them, and you can sense that they're magical. You've attuned to them at this point. So, and I'm assuming that you have probably like tried to use them and like mess with them a little bit, kind of gotten a feel for how they are used. And so I think what we see Ari create one of these barriers. So we see this like kind of like translucent barrier kind of appear, and whenever you use the beans, you experience a harmless flash of pain. So you've looked at this and you don't actually get damaged at all. You're not actually hurt at all. But every time you use it, it's just like this like twinge of like weird phantom pain. And from your time attuning to the item that these beans were created by some sort of order of spellcasters. You're not sure who or what, like, and how long ago these were, but you can sense that like they were created by like you get this like weird kind of like image in your head as you've been using them. Like when you've been like sleeping, you've had these weird dreams about these like robed figures that are kind of like standing around a pool of water, and they're in like a dark room, and they're like chanting something in a language you don't understand, and then you see them, making like imbuing these beans with magical energy and putting them into this little pouch. So you've had that kind of illumination. So what's Ari kind of been up to? Like what do we see from her as she's kind of like looking at these beans?
So you said that it just like phantom pain?
Yeah, it's like whenever you use them, you just have this weird like phantom pain. It's like kind of like this sensation of pain kind of throughout your whole body. But you never like you look and it always goes away right away. It's never like permanent. There hasn't been any cuts on your body or deterioration of any sort. It's just like weird phantom pains.
Okay. Would you be able to send me the like what each bean does?
Yeah.
Like just in text. Because I can't find it on Google.
Sure. So. Yep. So also the name of this item you know that the name that the spellcasters of old gave this item is the Earth's Eyes. So
Cool.
it looks like it's actually in the Roll20 compendium. So
Under
let me
what?
Under Cube of Force. So yeah, you should be able to type that in and drag it to your character
Oh, there
sheet.
it is.
Yep.
Okay, I see it. I don't know why I wasn't
It's all good.
earlier. Maybe I was typing in cone of force. That's probably what it was.
Right. I was gonna say, or maybe you're typing in beans of force, which is definitely not what the item actually is.
Right. Okay, so I think I've probably been practicing what these things do with Buck.
Sure.
Like, for the first one, like have him flap his wings like towards it, and I noticed that like I don't get any of the draft, and then non-living matter can't pass through.
So he's like falling
there, so
rocks at you. I don't know. I don't
know. I guess so. Like, like just practicing like what can go through for each one.
Yeah.
So like I imagine like some kind of montage of like, like we're doing things like all through like 1 through 4, Buck can pass it through it himself, and then on the 5th one he tries to go through and then just like smashes into it. So I'm like, ooh, interesting. He's probably like, ow.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So is this the Buck season? So since it's like the Rebellion teen season?
Right. Now he has his 401ks now. It's fine. He's not worried about petty teenagerdom.
So yeah.
Cool.
I think that's...
Yeah. So we just see a little montage of you practicing with that. So the next person we see Raia. And so Raia, this
Can you go to somebody else first?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
He's too good for us. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'll just go to the next person on the list here. We see Toity with his two items. So the first thing we see
and my crown.
Oh, right, that's true. Yeah, you see you with your little brass crown, and so the belt of Dwarvenkind is not a belt at all. It's actually a colorful cape. So
yes.
Yeah, it looks like here. Let me.
What kind though? Did we decide it was with Genasi instead? Since
yes, it's gonna be Fire Genasi. But let me find what the picture that I found earlier for this. I thought it was pretty cool. Let's see, Aztec clothing. Here we go. I'll post this in Roll20 for y'all. So obviously Toity has more clothing on than this, but
what are you about to send us?
No, it's just like an Aztec warrior. But here we go. No, okay. There we go. So you have a cape kind of like this, and so that link on Roll20 there. Let me.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely wearing more clothes than that.
Right, you are definitely wearing more clothes than I'm sure. But
is this like too tall for me?
I think it kind of changed itself.
Cool.
Yeah, it like altered itself to like it shrunk to fit you.
I mean the kobolds did have it, so maybe they did.
Yeah. But like I think you when you put it on originally, it was like too big for you, and you're like, oh man. But then it just like shrunk, like Lord of the Rings style, like Isildur gets the ring, sort of moment. And so you have figured out that this cape is called the Ambassador's Gift. So you get a flash of kind of like insight from this item, and you know that it was made way long ago in the heyday of some fallen like Fire Genasi kingdom. So you see these like flaming headed people, and it was given to people of other races who came to the Empire, right, to be an ambassador. And so it gave them +2 Constitution. So you have +2 Constitution. You have advantage. What?
+2. Yeah, sorry, I was writing this other stuff down.
You have advantage on charisma / persuasion checks made to interact with fire genasi.
Oh, with fire, I already do kind of. So double proficiency.
It's advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll just post it in chat here. You get +1 intelligence. You get dark vision up to 60 feet, and you get fire resistance. And you can speak, read, and write fire genasi. So,
That cloak is fire.
yeah. And I think another thing that you kind of figure out, I think like as you're kind of like going around camp and kind of interacting with people, I think you see Raia at one point, and you see her cloak, and you kind of like look at your cloak, and you can just sense, because of the way magic items work in this universe, that they were created at the same time. Like this is a set. It's a set of like items. And somehow you know there are more. Like there are a large collection of cloaks made at some distant time in the past, and your cloak and Ari's cloak are part of that collection.
So what can his cloak do?
So basically, he has all of the attributes of a fire genasi now. Except like in terms of like inward stuff, not necessarily. He doesn't like start. You don't get fire hair.
No,
you don't. You don't get fire hair.
I was so excited.
It might like it doesn't happen instantly at least, or in the next couple days. It's entirely possible that something might happen later on, but nothing happens right away. Because this was made as like an ambassador's cloak, so they didn't want to turn people into genasi. They just wanted them to like be able to interact with them and stuff.
It's
So
still sad.
yeah.
That's cool that you can speak to them now.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's super useful. I mean, I could already have tongues, but this makes it.
But now you don't have to spend it. Yeah, you don't have to use it.
Can I make some breaking news to advertise a game that my sister just sent me?
Sure.
Sorry, we don't need. It's called No Trumps. In the No Trumps game, play is simple. Try to pick which quote wasn't from. Wasn't from Trump
That's
to win.
funny.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to add all the either remember or add all the resistances and stuff later.
Yeah, and so you have an idea that like there may be other things that will happen when you are wearing this for a certain amount of time. Who knows? Like you feel like you haven't tapped its potential quite yet. But that's all you.
Tap my potential like
Yeah.
other cloak.
So the other item that you have, Toity, is called the Serpent's Glory. And the Serpent's Glory is let me grab this real quick. I have a picture here somewhere.
Yeah, that's why Calvitas didn't want it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, maybe, yeah. Man, I thought I saved a picture of this. Maybe I didn't.
It's snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes?
Let me see if I can find it again.
Calm down, Indy.
So it's like it's like this like scepter, right? And it basically looks like a rearing snake.
Like a snake?
Like a snake.
A snaky little snack.
A little snake. Actually, so wait, it looks not exactly like a snake. It kind of looks like a snake person. So like, here, I found the picture again. I'm just gonna pop this on the map here so you guys can see it. So it looks like from the bottom, right? It looks like this like weird like snake leg, and then it starts going up as this person. And the person has like a little bit of a snake like mask on almost, or maybe a part of their face. You're not exactly sure, but it looks like this. You're basically this is exactly what it looks like. So it's some weird like humanoid with snake attributes figure. And it's called the Serpent's Glory. And you know, it's a rod of rulership, obviously. And Toity, when you're holding it, you just feel confident. You feel self-assured. You feel like no matter what you do, it will turn out right.
Which is more than I can say usually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of all you get from that. So Raia.
Oh, I don't know about the whole rulership part, or do I just know
No,
that?
yeah, you know what it does. Yep,
Okay.
you figured out what it does. Yep.
I'll copy that over then.
Yep, you know basically what it does. But you know, it's just like, man, with this, I can do whatever I want. Not like in an evil way, right? Like you're not thinking about it like in a sinister way. At least maybe you don't.
I could get things done.
But
with
yeah, you're
this.
like, you know what? People will actually listen to me finally. So Raia.
Raia apparently doesn't think so.
Yeah. Raia,
Yes.
you have your wonderful new +2 mace.
Yes, I do.
And so this mace is very interesting. It's so the like haft of the mace is made of it's kind of like driftwood. It kind of looks like, but it's obviously like really sturdy and like very ergonomic in its design in terms of like holding it. But it has like kind of weird like little fish scales kind of like patterned around it on the haft. Just kind of like layered kind of weirdly on the top. And the mace part of it is not made of metal. It's made of worked coral.
Ooh.
And it definitely is hard as any metal, but it's like this weird like worked coral. So you know the name of this item is Tlaloc's Thunder. And I'll
I was supposed to say.
post that in chat for you. And who Tlaloc was, you're not entirely sure. But you feel like this guy was either like some sort of ancient deity or like some sort of really powerful individual, but he was very connected to the ocean.
I think, okay, whenever she hits someone with this thing, I'm going to break out in the thunderstruck.
I mean,
You've
but
been
can I just like question that's, you know, not per actual D&D rules, but when I hit with this, would I be able to also use thaumaturgy, even though it's an action, to make the thunder noise?
No, because it's an action.
But if I like get a natural 20, could I also like make some thunder?
Sure.
Cool.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I just just for some flavor.
My boots make the bounce noise whenever I.
That's true.
Mhm.
So I think it would be fitting if it sounded like thunder whenever she struck people, and then
I
they'd
like
be
just having it
thunderstruck.
happen with a natural 20, and then everybody's like, "Whoa."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. So yeah, that's what we see. As you guys kind of like chill and recuperate in base camp, the newly made base camp. I think I'm gonna go ahead and like mark the clock on one more here for
And then
the
I had stuff
fortifications.
that I wanted to do, and like,
yeah, and then I know everybody else has like
Yeah.
things they wanna accomplish. So who would like to go first?
I had something I wanted to ask Raia about.
Okay.
Would I be able to find her, or would Raia be off doing something else already? That's my question.
No. What I'm doing is like very simple.
Okay, so I probably interrupt you in the middle of whatever you're doing.
Not really. No, just
Okay.
I'm not really doing very much.
So I go,
That's ominous.
off. I probably go off find Raia in my brass crown and my cape.
So you're just
Just,
walking around like that?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I walk. Where are you currently, Raia? Where are you? currently?
Is it the daytime or is it nighttime or is it when are you coming to me?
Probably like right after I figure out all the attunement and stuff. I'm probably just like, let's go be a dork. What time would that be approximately, Caleb? After I'm attuned and everything.
Let's say it's evening of that day that you guys kind of like finished at the kobold lair.
Okay, so I'd probably go up. So where would you be at that time?
If the moon's out at all, I'm probably spending some having some good like meditation prayer
Perfect.
time.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like when Toity would come.
So I walk up to Raia and say, "Behold, why worship the moon when I'm here?" And I'm like decked out in my crown and my
So Raia, right away, he just doesn't get doctrine right. You don't worship the moon, you worship the goddess of the moon.
After he says that, I just try and sacred flame him.
Okay.
Because I'm just
I have fire resistance.
no.
It's true, you did, but it does radiant damage.
Fire
Oh, wait,
damage,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dang.
Oh, you're actually shooting at me?
I didn't mean to. I meant to look and see what type of damage it did, but
Oh.
Can
I say I dodge out of the way so he can just not have to deal with this right now?
I mean, oh, what? Oh, I forgot on the Roll20 overlays that I hadn't changed it over from the one shot yet.
Oops.
Whoops, so you're Todd right now, Emily.
Todd Bolo.
Yeah.
Todd Volo, the Lich.
Possibly? Let me change that. Anyway, I mean, it's up to you, Em. Like, what?
Are you actually attacking me, or did you just kind of throw it at me casually?
Maybe I'd want it to go like right next to your foot, so your foot kind of maybe doesn't feel the greatest, even if you don't get hit by the brunt of it.
Okay. So I kind of jump out of the way. I was like, I was only joking. I did have a question for you, though.
Great start to the question then, Toity.
Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of fun. It's not often I feel so powerful, I guess. Or important, maybe that's a better word for it. Anyway, I have to ask, have you noticed anything weird about Ari lately?
And we just like cut to like Ari in her tent being like, "Yes, my loves, yes."
My precious.
Yeah.
Just rolling in her treasure or something.
Yep. Counting her gold.
Making gold angels.
Right.
You're just Scrooge McDuck now.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold do you have again?
Like 2,000 or something like
2,000
that.
Enough
something.
to party.
Okay, and I mean, she doesn't seem any more annoying than usual.
I'd agree with that. It's just that when we were first here, she didn't seem to care much about the treasure or that or anything. She just seemed to want her land, and now she wants anything shiny she can get her hands on, it seems.
I mean, maybe she hasn't really seen shiny things before. Isn't she from like the backwoods jungle?
I mean, maybe. It just, I could tell that something seemed off with her, especially when she said she wanted something nice. It almost seemed as the words hurt for her to say.
Oh, okay. I don't really know why you're coming to me with this.
I don't expect Darius to understand such things. I'm not talking to Ari about it. And, well, I was just wondering if I was alone in thinking this.
I mean, I guess it's a little strange, I guess.
I'm just slightly worried. She's holding a lot of gold, and it's not exactly useful to us here. So, keep your eye out, I guess. You know, in case something happens.
Okay, Toity. Thanks for the heads up.
Okay. I'll head out thinking like, well, I thought that would be more productive.
This scene literally just shows how little Raia cares about Ari.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the person who cared the most about Ari was Darius, and he's gone.
I think he's the only person who really cared about her. I mean, yeah, Toity knows. I guess Toity kind of cares.
I mean,
well, obviously,
like,
Toity cares enough to, yeah.
He cares enough to like notice that something's wrong with me. But...
I care about her in the fact that like I respect that she's good at what she does, but that's about it.
He is technically your bodyguard.
And I haven't died yet, so clearly she's done something right, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was pretty much the only thing I want to do. I'd probably just go around marching or through the camp.
Right.
I mean, you could probably talk to some of like the soldiers and ask if they think I'm weird.
Well,
They
They're
think
not
all
around.
y'all are weird.
I'm walking around in a brass crown, a snake scepter, and a cape.
You know what you should do? You should, like, while you're leaving her and you're walking around, you should, like, go up to a soldier and just go, "Do you think I'm crazy?"
I don't know if Tony would do that,
Yeah.
but that's funny.
So Raia, you had a thing?
Yeah, so I want to use my sending spell because I want to send a message to Lord Navarro. I want to cast it and say, "This is Raia. We want an army for support here. Setting up camp, going well. Also a diamond worth 300 gold pieces. Thanks."
Okay.
And he's allowed to reply, so I don't know if he knows that.
Okay, yeah. So how many words does he have?
25. I wrote it out to count mine.
Right. I'm gonna have to probably write it out to count mine too. So I think he says,
Just think of it like a tweet.
"Will do." Should I expedite the process? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expedite the process. That's what I meant to say. Should I expedite the process? Let's see. What else would he want to ask?
Is Toity with you?
Honestly, yeah. Like,
No.
should I expedite the process?
He doesn't know I knew her though. I don't think so. Anyway, did he?
No, I think it was common knowledge that you guys knew each other. And by this point, he's definitely wondering. Like, let's see.
It's been like a couple months.
Yeah, will do. Should I expedite the process? Is Toity with you?
I'm gonna die.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Is Toity
I don't
with you?
wanna- I don't want to hear it, Seth. I already died.
Yeah, you can come back easily from.
No.
Well, you can come back.
I would
There's
say
a-
not easily, but
Not easily, but you could come
As
back.
far as we know, we could get to level 20 with Calvitas.
You never know.
So the thing is, like, I think Navarro definitely trusts Raia, so he's not gonna like question any of the things that she asked for. So he's gonna say, "Yeah, will do. Should I expedite the process? Is Toity with you?" And then remind me again, Raia. Did you send a letter with the ship going back? Did you send that letter back to Cebu, or did you not?
I sent it to my parents. I didn't send anything to Cebu.
Okay. Oh, right. I remember now.
I sent it to my parents basically saying, "Screw you, I'm leaving.
Right.
Like, don't contact me."
Yeah, okay. So he says, "Will do. Should I expedite the process? Is Toity with you?" And then he asks,
Because I'm thinking by me doing sending, like, it's gonna get back way faster than the ship. with
right.
everything.
No, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let me count the words here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, got 3 too many words. Okay, so he sends back this. Will do. Should I expedite the process? Is Toity with you? I have a man named Cebu here who knows you. Should I send him? And so your assumption is like he's a powerful lord, and he probably could like get together enough funds to like expedite an army or like figure out some sort of teleportation to figure this out. Instead of just sending them through ship, which would take like months. So he's basically wondering like how urgent is all of this?
Send Sabu immediately, the rest can wait.
Right.
Oh, she's writing her response. Should we do me and Darius while she
Sure,
does
yeah.
that?
Okay, no. I have my response.
Okay,
I have my
got it.
response. Faster would be helpful. And then at this time, I would think that I'd be doing it alone. So I'm being honest, saying Toity isn't with me.
Right.
Because he's not with me.
Do you know? You probably don't know yet that I'm not supposed to be here, do you?
Oh, no.
No, she definitely knows.
I'm-
Remember,
I know.
she's the only one who does.
I'm the only one who knows.
That's right. It was
Okay,
kinda...
so
So you're
faster would
lying
be
to your
helpful.
lord? That's interesting.
Not lying. It's a white lie. There's a difference.
It's not telling the full truth. I'm telling partial truth, saying Toity isn't with me because he's not with me.
I don't think
He
the
didn't-
benevolent lord will.
He
say
didn't. He didn't say is Toity like on the continent with you.
Well, he only had so many words, Raia.
I know. I only have so many words to say Toity isn't with me right now.
Mhm.
Please leave a message and I'll get back to him as soon as I can. Okay. Faster would be helpful. How about I say Toity isn't with me now?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
Keep Sabu safe there. Can't talk until tomorrow.
Okay. No. See,
Can't
can
talk
he?
again until tomorrow.
Right. So he can send a reply again. Okay.
Yeah, but I only have 2 third-level spells.
So
I
you're
can
saying don't send Sabu because he's safe there.
I want to keep him safe. Yeah.
Right.
Aww.
Okay.
I don't want him to see me like this either, just killing everything.
Right. So he sends back. Is Toity on the expedition with you?
I'm gonna die.
I love how this is happening as Toity's just like referencing around the camp.
That's probably like he's like, is Toity with you right,
Right.
now? Toity's like, ah!
Yeah, is Toity on the expedition with you? I
See,
need
I would-
a clear answer. And then
So
he
I-
says, we'll send help soon. Sabu is insisting.
Oh.
We'll talk again tomorrow.
He's gonna propose!
Okay. So that's not how you spell Sabu, but that's
Okay.
fine. It's Sabu.
Got it.
But
Uh,
okay, so we can go on to somebody else while I figure out some more things to send. If we're
Okay.
doing
Yeah, so
multiple
we
days.
see Raia just like looking like off in the distance and like thinking about this message. And then yeah, Aria
I was
Calvinus.
actually gonna say, what would Raia think? Like, would she say something like, "Toity is with me, and he's proven to be an invaluable asset in addressing the locals."
I mean, I would go
Bro.
talk to Toity about the fact that Lord Navarro wants to know.
I'm gonna...
That I tried to be vague, but now
Oh.
he's like, I need a clear answer.
By the way, Jordan, you should add that to the list of songs if you didn't.
Oh, Sabu.
Debut.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, give me a sec. Let me throw that up.
Now it's time for City Songs with Raia. Sabu!
Oh,
I'm trying to think of what the rest of the song would go like.
Hey, Ari, you got something?
Yeah. So I think that Ari, kind of spends like when she's attuned to the item, like she spends the day like practicing with Buck, but then at night she leaves Buck alone to go be with her treasure. And like Buck's outside the tent, but he can't go inside the tent. It's a small little tent. Because normally she'd just sleep outside with him, because up until now, like that's the most important thing to her. But with
so we see
all this,
we see Buck just like sad outside the tent as you're like inside counting your treasure or whatever.
Yeah.
First you kick Darius out of a tower to get Buck, and now you kick Buck out of the tent to be with your treasure.
Well, Buck and I will talk about it in the morning. That's my plan, right? Is that in the morning that I'll cast speak with animal, and he'll be like, "What the heck?
Yeah.
What's
going
wrong
on
with you?"
What time do you kick him out of your
It's probably pretty late at night, like 8 p.m.
I probably would have seen Buck outside then when I'm coming back from.
So Toity goes by Ari's tent and sees Buck just like sitting sadly outside.
Like, can I tell that Ari is inside the tent?
Can we hear anything from inside the tent, Ari? Or see?
I mean, I think I'm just like counting the gold. So
right, so you just hear the clink of gold.
Clink, clink, clink,
There's probably a lantern on inside.
I probably don't approach because it's late. I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
I already had one projectile shot at me. I don't need another angry woman.
Don't need another angry woman in my life.
I've pissed off enough people today.
Exactly one. That's enough. Okay.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. This isn't the same day as the kobolds, right?
Actually, it is. Well, yeah, like the same day as the second day of the kobolds, but yeah.
Okay, so be like, I've had enough fire. I've had enough fire thrown at me today. I think I'll hit the hay.
Yeah. So, do we see anything from Calvitas?
I think Calvitas is in the palm trees, jumping around, practicing with the boot.
Right. So
It's
we just
kind
hear
of
the
like-
sound of the gong as you jump.
from tree to tree, and he's kind of like practicing making a whole bunch of hits at like he'll jump and he'll hit a tree twice really fast, and he'll jump to the next tree, and he's just kind of doing that, jumping around and practicing that.
Sure. Yeah, so I think we see like two sentries like kind of meet up outside the palisade and like see like in the distance these palm trees just shaking like ominously, and like you hear like rah, 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 and they're just kind of like one looks at the other and just says, "Are you gonna?" And the other one just shakes his head and they walk away. And on that note, let's go ahead and take our first break there, and then come back and figure out what happens, what your next plan is.
Not dying.
Yeah. So stick around. We will be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this.